Oh, all right, guys. We pick up from our last session, having basically survived the Displacer pack attack. A rhyme I didn't expect to make while doing the sentence. Displacer pack attack. And we find ourselves at the edge of the forest, basically very early in the morning, approximately maybe 6:30 by the time you guys made your way to the edge of the forest and looked out across the expanse and found ourselves looking at the town of Daggerford. As described in our last session, the idea of describing Daggerford as a town is almost a bit of an inside joke. In the area, Claude basically would understand this and Ricard would understand this, but due to bureaucracy and other decisions being made in the political landscape, it is still officially a town. So it's a port town in the area, and as you can see, it's a tiered town. Three key areas. The largest geographically would be the lower land. Claude, you would know that area to be known as the Belt of Daggerford. The second tier is known as the Sheath of Daggerford. And the upper tier, the third tier, is known as the Hilt of Daggerford. From our descriptions, between our last session, just for everyone that's watching, our party were given a description of what will potentially be happening when they enter the city, and they were provided with some initial clues about the city, but I will repeat that for today's session. When you look across the three expanses of the town, compared to your assumption for most tiered cities, the largest tier, the third tier, is actually at the base here, from a distance would look like the most well kept of the areas. It's physically the largest, but it also seems to be the cleanest in terms of buildings, streets, shrubbery, decoration around the area, inside the walled. It actually seems to be the nicest kept of the three areas. And scaling up from there, you'd have the second tier, known as I said, the Sheath of Daggerford. Pretty much a bit of a bargain town. You know, it's relatively well kept. Still looks a little bit dusty from a distance. And the third tier, the upper tier, while it does have some of the largest physical buildings in the area, it would definitely be the most humble looking in terms of the streets. So you can see on this here, the grass is a little bit darker, but there's larger patches with, unkept gardens and, scorched grass, so just brown grass in the area. Definitely a lot less money seems to be spent in the Hilt of Daggerford, even though it is the third tier and the highest point in the city. Basically, our party made our way to the outskirts of the city, and with Ricard's influence, was able to walk right past the guards into the city area. Okay. From there, they made their way into the interior of the city, an inside part of the belt. Let's see if I can actually rotate that. There you go. Make that a little bit. Okay. As you can see, just a well-kept city. The streets are clean. The buildings are clean. There's a hustle and bustle about the area. There's an energy, there's an aura about the area of people just enjoying their lives. They seem to be well taken care of. They say hello to the party across throughout the town. Even though this is a mixed race party, as they go through, there doesn't seem to be any staring at the party as we go through, because most of the residents all seem to be mixed race, and there's collectives of people as we go along. So, which is a bit of a difference maker for the party from where they've been so far. And as they go along, there is a tavern that you can just see directly in front of you, and there are some other shops and lots of housing around the area. So this is mostly housing, connected housing as we go through. A large tavern in this main part of the belt of Daggerford, and then some other smaller businesses as we go along. So the party basically is, let's call it from the east here, just based on this picture, north, south, east, west. Coming in from this area, out through the gates, entering the town through this walkway here, and you're just seeing makeshift stands and stalls and hustle and bustle as people go along. As the party are making their way towards, they can just see the tavern in front of themselves. They do start to see a gathering of people at this building here, this grey roofed building. There's a gathering of people. As people are walking across, there's natural curiosity. Some people are walking back and forth, just poking their head as they walk past it. But more and more people seem to be sticking their head and stopping to look into this shop area. And with that, I'll give back control to the party with that introduction. And
do we hear any whispers as we draw close?
Yes. So I'm just trying to get this. Yeah. So basically, as you start to look at the back of the room, you're starting to even see some smaller people, some small children at the back, and they're trying to poke their head up and go, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" You know, so you're starting to hear some whispers, and you don't hear anything else at the moment other than curiosity and even a little bit of murmuring and potentially rumor happening at that time.
Claude leans over to Rickard. Is there an event going on today? What's the deal with the shop?
No, not that I can see. He's basically trying to take a look around at himself, and he basically does a small wave as he sees one guard at the front door, and he's making a gesture to him. So you get the feeling Rickard at least knows somebody who's outside of this premises.
Hey, boss. What's going on today? What's up here?
The guard basically goes up straight up to Claude, goes, "Sorry, excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to step back. There's been a bit of an incident today, and just can't let anybody inside. Sorry, excuse me. Just take a step back, please. Step back. I don't want to touch you, sir, but please step back. Please don't make a scene."
Claude's not aggressive at all. Claude complies.
At that point, basically, one of the kids tries to walk past the guard as he took a step away from the door, and he basically puts his arm around his waist and pushes the kid back. Goes, "Bit of respect. Come on."
Bo steps up next to Claude. "Sir, can't you see this is Claude Marcel Brightwood, a part of the Brightwood family? Why can't we be of service for you? I mean, we're here to help the town of Daggerford."
Excuse me. Well, as far as I know, Claude left the city. Sorry, town. Bureaucrat. Claude left the town a long time ago. It's if you're really going to pick a name to try to get past me, sir, you probably should have done a bit of research.
Well, my friend, the prodigal son has returned, and we have his brother here as well, Rickard. Why can't...
He stands up straight as he sees Rickard walk over towards him, and he goes, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, so please, if you would, show respect.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Marcel. I'm just trying to do a job here. Just trying to do a job. There's been a bit of an incident. I don't want any trouble. Just let us do our work here. And basically, Rickard is walking up beside you and going, "That's okay. Don't you just take care of that." But let us know when things quiet down a little bit. To the guard. And he goes, "Yeah, absolutely, yes, sir." At that point, at the side of the building, you can see here that a door opens from the side, and so the door opens from the side. You can see someone kind of stick their head out. They can really look around and look in and go. At that point, two other individuals come by with a stretcher out that side door, and a sheet is over that stretcher, covering what clearly looks like a covered up body being removed from the scene. And they make their way down here towards this back end of the alley.
Do we all notice that, or is there, since they were up talking, is it certain people notice it?
Happy enough that anybody that's not Claude and Bo, who were up at the front door talking, so anybody else who, because you came from this direction, anybody who, let's say, in character, wants to have seen it, can have seen it.
Tommy doesn't notice
Tommy's
that.
busy.
He's
busy pickpocketing.
Hold on. Let me put a little more, spice onto it. Tommy has faded into the back of a group and is just kind of scanning the area to see if there might be any large coin purses on anyone's hips. But it's kind of listening to the conversation, but very much eyes are distracted. So he'll say that he was kind of floating behind the group, but didn't notice the side door stuff. He's just kind of
looking for chumps.
He's just kind of, every once in a while he'd poke in and be like, I wonder what happened in there. And before the other person could even respond, he would slink away and kind of go over to the next little group of people and just he's very much mingling but searching.
Okay. But have you tried to pickpocket anybody yet?
Not yet. I haven't found an opportune time quite yet.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Actually, let's go with K. I meant that as okay, but K. What are you doing at the moment?
I grab Tommy's sleeve. So what are you doing? And then I'll try to hold him next to me. Behave.
Because it's her, he does behave. He's still very nervous of her from the very first meeting. So he's like, sorry, what is happening there?
Rian, could you do a perception check for me, please?
$14.
Okay. So Rian, basically, as you look around, you've got Tommy within your sight. And one thing that does stand out to you is that there's normally a bit of warmth or a bit of movement at the bottom of your feet as you've been walking around for the last day or so. But you quickly turn around and realize that a good 6 or 7 feet behind you, Tobin is standing pretty far away from you. He's still following, but he's definitely keeping his distance. He's definitely keeping to himself. He kind of got his tail in between his legs a wee bit. He's keeping with the group, but he's definitely a lot more distant from you than he has been for the last 2 days.
So I'm giving Tobin his space. I want him to come to me first, but this is also an opportunity. Tommy, why don't you busy yourself with watching Tobin? Just take care of him. Hold him. This is a crowd. We don't want to lose him.
Dog duty. All right. And Tommy goes over, but in an aggressive manner. He's not very being up on a ship and stuff. And if there ever is a dog, it's more of just kind of he's in your way kind of dog. Tommy's not very good at the oh come here buddy kind of a mentality. So he kind of just stomps over towards Tobin with his hands out, trying to go pick him up.
Okay. Basically, as you walk over towards Tobin just kind of sits and he's just kind of shrinking down. He's not looking at you. The tail's not wagging. He just kind of shrinks down. He doesn't really move or anything. So
Tommy just squats down and starts giving him a couple pets.
For a brief moment, you see a little bit of a twinkle in his eye. Then he kind of goes back to being sullen.
It's all right, buddy. Lots of people. It can be a lot. That's Tommy's best at trying to connect.
Tell, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm feeling a little groggy. I feel like I've been sleeping for months. Does the belt have monster energies, do you think?
There's a tavern nearby.
Yeah, let's look for something to drink. Kind of wake me up.
Okay.
Wake me up inside.
So as you're basically going to make your way towards the tavern, as you walk behind Claude and Bo, the guard that's talking to them very briefly goes, but then focuses back on Claude and Beau. And as you make your way towards the tavern, there's another guard. Another 2 guards walk past this way. Both of them take a little look at you and go, and then shake it off because you've got your hood up. Nothing's really going on. And you realize that outside the tavern, to the left, there is a slightly dated sign. Slightly dated piece of paper.
While you pull that up, can I do a perception check to see if I take notice of
Aye,
the guards
Tony.
taking notice of him?
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
you
going to
can
do the
do.
same. Can I do a perception
Both,
of that
yep,
as well?
both you can. Yep.
Huh.
That was not good.
Who's that guy?
I got a
Never
10.
seen him.
I got a 5. So
Cool. Beau, you were pretty much distracted talking to the guard anyway. Tommy, you were pretty much distracted by Tobin. So no, by the time sort of Tell walked away, you didn't notice what was happening with him. Beau, I think you were pretty much still trying to find a way to get into the building and sell the idea of Claude and the Marcells are here, so you weren't really concerned with what the guard was doing. Tell, basically, as you come towards the tavern, there's a little bit of a piece of paper on the side. It's relatively dated, but you do recognize what's on this. What do you do?
Just admire how handsome the guy is in the photo. So I pull my head closer and I kind of just back away, turn back around away from the tavern.
Yep.
And then I come back to the group.
Okay. Yeah.
Guys, like we got a problem.
Okay. So that woke you up. Yep.
Yeah.
You didn't need your energy drink in the tavern.
I felt an energy spike after that. I did.
Which is good. Which is good because at this time of the morning the tavern wouldn't have been opened yet.
Right.
But that's okay. But you walk over and you see that sign and it's still standing up and you make your way back towards the group. Okay.
All right.
If there's anything, Logan, for example, if there's anything you want to do, please let me know. Otherwise, we've got Claude, Rickard, and Beau at the front. Rian and Tommy at the back of the group with Tobin there as well. And Tell is making his way back towards the group that's outside the shop.
This town.
Sure hope someone finds that dead body.
This town is magic common here, and or animated creatures.
How would you know?
Well, yeah, I was just wondering.
You don't have a magical narrator to tell you everything about
Yeah,
time
yeah,
just
yeah.
because you walked into it.
Yeah, true. I'm just thinking of Logan's floating jacket right behind him. If that's causing any stares among people.
It doesn't seem to be, but at the moment it seems to be because the focus is on the shop.
Yeah.
So I noticed in my backpack I have a blanket. Is there a way I can like take my cloak off, put it in my backpack, and then like wrap the blanket around my head maybe or something?
Okay, so are you going to do that?
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay.
do that.
Cool. As you try to take your cloak off, yeah, you realize it's a bit of a struggle. Like there's no obvious string for you to pull at.
Okay.
In fact, it's quite an effort for you to pull off. I'm going to ask you to do a strength check.
Okay.
To take off his cloak?
It's a straight jacket he's wearing.
Magical cloak.
Oh.
19.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting slightly confused with the pictures here. Sorry, is it? Sorry, I was speaking to Tell there, was I?
Yeah, you were speaking
Yes.
to Tell.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Tell. Sorry, there was absolutely no reason for you to do that. You just whipped that cloak off, right? I got mixed up with who I was talking to. I thought I was talking to Logan for a second.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I was.
no, you have a perfectly normal cloak that just with a 19 strength check, you just whip it off with a flare. So yeah. So
It's all right. We haven't played in what, a month and a half, 2 months, so Bro, it's all good.
Yeah, I only started to notice because I was looking at the green box around the person who's talking. I was like, no wait, why is Logan's not lighting up? I was like, no, because it's not him. Okay. Tell, you have a cloak that perfectly normally slips off, like any other piece of clothing.
I'm assuming I ripped off a couple buttons, maybe.
It
pretty hard.
flew off. It was a bit of a flare, you know. Like if you want to do a performance, it could be like a full-on matador back into the thing. When you take off the cloak so flamboyantly and strong and healthily, it does expose your face for an extra couple of seconds as you look to change that and put on a different blanket. It does cause those two guards that had taken a position up here to look at you a little bit longer.
Yay.
Can I see this now? Can I see him doing this flourish? Or try to again?
No, because you. So I'm having it that he's coming along the back here,
right.
and you're
That's fine.
You're looking at the front of the shop.
All right.
Yeah, you know, perception roll all you want. You don't
No,
have
it's
full
fine.
360.
I know where I'm at. I know what's going on with my narrative.
Yep, cool.
Logan did get the cloak on last session, right?
It
I
started.
thought it was like hovering over you.
It was hovering close to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
I was confused because Silent said it was behind, and then you were telling me to rip it off, and I wasn't sure where it was. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Without even saying a word. You were confused.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
We all see that because Tell has told us now that that the guards are, or that the poster is up, so we're all kind of on alert now, right?
Have I told anybody yet?
I saw it in the last session, but I hid it.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought you said like guys when you came back to us, right
Yeah,
when
I
you were
wasn't-
about to take off your cloak.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
knew
I
I
know
was
this
turning
is-
around to tell everybody, but I don't know if I got there yet.
I haven't
Let's-
noticed this. Claude
let's-
didn't see it.
Claude and Bo are trying
So,
to get in.
Tell, you're making your
trying to
way
get in.
back there. Let's say you've got beside Rian and you're near Tommy at the moment. You can choose whether to say it. Rian, yes, from Bo's conversation, you do know of these, but you haven't noticed them in this city, in this town yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I definitely tell them. But like in the process of walking back, I'm like taking my cloak off and like hurriedly trying to put the blanket on so my cloak isn't as noticeable. So I'm walking back, and then I was like, hey, we got a problem. My face is all over this town right now.
Okay.
I am wanted. I don't know why
I want
yet.
to cast a minor illusion on Tell's face
Ooh.
and just kind of adjust his features a little bit with this
Okay.
illusion. His eyes are a different color and
His
maybe
nose
a
pops
little
off.
rounder of a face. Yeah. But it lasts a minute, so
Oh.
we gotta get somewhere quick, guys.
What you do notice, because Tell told you about the soldiers and stuff, those two soldiers at the corner, this one is still distracted by Claude and Bo. These two, while they did notice the extreme flourish of cloak removal with a 19 strength check, they've kind of went back to just watching as what's going around. If anything, Tell, probably one of the main bits of information you can get from that wanted sign that you said is that it's quite old.
Okay.
Like you've seen this. You didn't see it. It's not like it was on every single lamppost on the way there. It was outside the tavern, and it was quite dated.
Okay.
So just to give you that sort of context that your character would have picked up on, but I'm just reminding you just for story wise.
Okay.
As opposed to spoon feeding you stuff. So
Okay.
you would have noticed that. You would have noticed it was there. There probably were other maybe sort of posters and notes and things on the board. It looked like maybe a community board that hadn't been used in a while, and that poster was on it.
Can you run back to that real quick? Because I'm gonna write down like what I'm wanted for. I can't remember.
Things.
False identities. What are you talking about? Never ever. Theft. Sound like me. Prison break. May have heard of that. If I murdered somebody, it's because they deserved it.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I relay this information back to everybody. Well, Rian and Thomas. I'll tell them that the sign is outdated and old. So I was like, I could still be wanted? Question mark.
Do you say everything that was on the sign?
Yes, I'll tell you everything.
Tommy's eyes light up slightly. As far as a reward, sounds quite nice.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't say it out loud, but he listens. He listens to the whole thing and just kind of smiles and nods and kind of gives the guards, like, he looks over at the guards and then goes back to just kind of petting Tobin. But you can tell he's in thought a little bit.
So much for honor among thieves.
Yeah. Tommy, put down a 1d6 inspiration dice for that reaction, please.
I already have one, so you can't have two, right?
Oh, you can't have two.
Okay,
That's
all right.
That's okay. Excellent.
Thank
Okay,
you, thank
cool.
you, though, DM.
No problem. I like the details.
Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So basically, at that moment, Rickard, as you can tell, he's kind of got a little bit of the attention of the crowd here. Not everyone's like fawning over him, but at least people are sort of recognizing that. And he goes, "Everybody, please go about your business. There's official duties going on here. Please, a bit of respect for the situation. I will look into this personally and see what we can find out from there. But I'm going to ask you to please go about your day and please get back to your business." With that, there, most ones start to kind of grumble a bit. And you can tell this, they're seeing this more almost as like as an opportunity for some gossip. There doesn't seem to be a lot of seriousness. No one really in the crowd at the front was able to see down the alleyway because of where the guards were and the people were, so they didn't see the stretcher or anything like that there. So as far as they're concerned, just there's a little bit of hustle bustle going on, and that's why they're relatively easy to dissipate and just let go about their business.
And what's the shop? What's the sign on the shop that we see?
So as you look
Or
up,
whatever it is.
Yep. So basically, you look up and you see there's quite an ornate sign. There's a lot of detail, a lot of craftsmanship put into this. Here, it's a large wooden banner, and it is called the Flower in Bloom Cakes, and that is flower spelled FLOUR. You?
Flower and bloom cakes.
Flower and Bloom Cakes. Hell, the tavern you walked up to was called the Foolish Captain.
So is Rickard leading us inside? Are we headed in? Permitted
Can we get
entry?
inside now? Yeah.
At that point, Rickard's basically kind of he's going to look over to you guys and just go, do you want to maybe see if my guys look like they're a little bit understaffed here at the moment? You guys maybe want to take a look and kind of report back to me. I'll stay out here to kind of keep the crowd at bay. I don't think they'd listen to you guys, but at least me being here gives us a little bit of space to try to figure out just what the hell's going on here.
Yeah, I'll check it out. On the way, do I recognize any of the guards?
Recognize Rickard? Nobody seems to recognize you. Similar to the other guard. There's only the one that was at the door now. The other three that were inside were the ones that took away the stretcher that was covered up.
Okay. I'll motion to any of the group that wants to follow and say, I'm gonna see what happened. Did I see the body getting taken out?
No.
Or was I talking to the guard? I didn't.
You were talking to the guard.
Okay.
Well, who
Hey,
wants to
guys.
go into the bakery?
Hey guys, there's cakes in here, and if y'all want to come inside, I say to the group.
Logan will follow.
I got a I got a Jack and Jill like what? No, not Jack and Jill. What's the the grandmother in the woods type thing? Like I got cakes.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel. I got a very Hansel and Gretel vibes right there for a moment. Come on in. I got cakes inside. Tommy will follow. Tommy will follow and tries to get call Tobin with him. Come on, Tobin. Let's get some snacks. Trying to see if food will tempt him to follow me.
Yeah, he's a little bit hesitant. Doesn't know what he's doing, but he takes one look over at Ray and then follows you.
Cool. Then Tommy walks in. Or follows in.
Tell we should go in. This illusion is only gonna last 10 more seconds.
Okay. Yep. I'm going in, and then I want to tell Claude and Bo about the sign as well, and Logan.
Cool. Do you want to spend those 10 seconds telling them about the sign outside the shop or inside the shop?
Inside. Once we
There
get
you
inside.
go. There you go.
We all enter the shop.
We have precious seconds.
Yes. Hurry, get in.
Yeah, he pushes pushes everybody.
Yeah.
Me first. I want. Hey.
Yeah. Does Rian giggle at the pun on the shop, or is that a K special reaction?
Yeah, well, just a little bit. It's one.
Just a little snigger.
A little bit of the hard mask dropped for a second. Puns are fun.
Puns are fun. Okay.
CMB.
So we do find ourselves basically in a bakery. So it's in a baker's shop. This area at the front is still relatively well presented. There's a few knocked over bread rolls and a few cakes, nothing major. There's sort of a couple of doorways off to the side. A bigger doorway out to the back here. You can see a little bit of an oven with some dough and other recipes, etc., being prepared. And that's what you see at the moment. So it still looks relatively clean at the moment. And anybody wants to pick an area of the shop to look at or do any sort of checks, let me know. But that's your basic outline. We will, for the purposes of DMing, this will be the only picture of the bakery that I have. So other rooms I will describe Theater of the Mind.
Tommy
tells us about the signs. Champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
What you also notice mid conversation with Tell is that the facial features on his just warp back into his normal face just out of nowhere. So seemingly this particularly unusual looking stranger follows you into the bakery, and mid sentence as he's telling you about the signs warps back into his face.
Bo shakes.
He's also
what?
He's also not wearing his normal cloak. He's wearing basically the equivalent of a blanket.
Tell, what are you trying to do with that? Are you trying to hide yourself?
Yeah. There's a wanted sign with my face on it, and then my cloak is in there. So I had to throw on a blanket real quick so people wouldn't recognize me.
Oh, yeah, I know about that. I found the signs before.
You didn't think to tell me about it?
Well, there wasn't a time. We fought displacer beasts, and then I kind of forgot because I smoked some weird grass.
You seemed quite absent the last time we were talking.
Yeah, you didn't seem. You seemed like you were keeping your distance.
There. You're right. Okay.
Like you weren't quite there.
Well, why didn't you come? You should have come to me. I'm a master of the theater, a master of performance.
Oh, murder?
Have
you murdered somebody?
Check this out. Hold on. I go in my bag and I pull out paintbrushes and makeup and I have a disguise kit is what I'm trying to say. So I have a costume in my bag. I have in my inventory. I have two costumes and a disguise kit.
Oh.
So it's here. Here, you take this, put this on, this costume,
okay,
or this outfit that I have, and then
what's
let's go in the back and I'll.
What is it a costume of, Bo?
This is what I'm. It's not. So it's just disguised as a costume. It's actually gonna be my performance outfit, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a nice set of clothes.
Yep.
Because I
Br-
normally
bright-
try to
brightly-
like wear
bright-
humble.
Yeah, brightly colored for performance.
Brightly colored but still dulled like earth tones. So I
Oh.
still try to keep like a humbleness to it.
Bright but dull. Yeah, because that's
No, all right.
that's generally what performers go for.
Not bright.
Bright but dull. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if you get that,
just want to know about your amazing performer's costume, which is somehow bright but dull.
that's what's
Are you
what's
guys-
magical about it.
Are you guys of the same
Tones?
body type? Or how tall is Telemus
What?
compared to you?
Joel,
Yeah, I
is
know.
that a thing? Oh,
Tommy-
Because Bo, I believe, is a halfling.
Joel tone. They're Joel tones. I don't know. Wait, I think we're about the same. Oh,
I'm
size
I'm
them up.
tall. I'm
he's
tall.
tall.
Yeah.
We might be able to make some modifications.
Okay.
Tommy very much is like, oh, so we got a real bad guy in this group, and very like no honor among thieves. Kind of like Tommy knows he's a bad guy, but he likes to he'll put the spotlight on somebody else for a minute. Like, so we got a real bad kind of guy in this group, and just kind of just miranders around the shop. Like,
Well,
I think, by all accounts, Tommy, you caused the destruction of a town.
supposedly.
Oh, the
Allegedly.
couples the group therapy session is beginning.
There's gonna be another murder in here.
Wait, there was a murder in here?
Yeah, Bo, how do you know there's a murder in here?
From talking to the guards, there's been an incident, right? And Rickard's gonna fill us in.
You're so.
Rickard's outside. Rickard stayed outside.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
But Claude takes notice. He's like, "Did you see something?" Because Claude didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. But we know there's an incident that happened in here.
So at the moment, so the Tell's face transforms back to him, and he's been offered a halfling size, bright but dull performer's costume.
Whoa. Human sized.
Are you human sized? You are
I am
human, aren't you?
human.
Oh, you're
It's
human.
all
Sorry,
right.
apologies. I don't
can,
know why.
I can turn your pantaloons into shorts. It's fine.
There we go.
It's okay. Okay. So, what colors are bright but dull?
I don't know.
Oh, wrong answer.
Maybe
You
like a
just pick
pastel
color.
green. Pastel green,
Pastel
maybe.
green. Okay.
Real vomit green.
Jewel tones are colors that are modeled after or named after precious gemstones. I don't know. So it's like emerald green, garnet red.
Oh, yeah. So emerald green,
Emerald green and garnet red.
green, and
Tis the
garnet.
Very
season.
red.
Christmassy.
Very
Yep.
festive, yeah.
Tis the season.
Good.
But they're
Emerald green and
contrasting.
garnet red, known for their unique combination of brightness and dullness at the same time. And
I don't. Yes. You know what?
sorry, it was
That's
just the way your thought is. It goes, it's bright, but wait, but dull.
You said, "Is it bright?" And I said, "Yes."
I did. Okay.
Then I was like,
cool.
"No." Anyway, but
Okay.
tell let's
Tell.
we can do something
would-
about your
yeah,
facial appearance too if you want.
Well, since we're in a bakery, I know a lot of bakers use like razors or knives to cut the top of the bread to create this like design on the top of breads usually. So I was gonna look for a knife or a razor so I could cut my beard.
Okay, very good. Okay, so basically, where do you want to look for this knife? Obviously, you've got the sort of oven area. You've got a doorway out to the back here.
Yeah, I would like-
and you-
Is first of all, I want to call out and see if anybody's there. Can I do like a perception check or anything?
Yep.
That was probably a good idea.
For initiative.
The bread comes through.
Yeah, exactly. A big cake stands up. The fuck
Ooh,
you doing?
Nat 20, baby.
Yeah. So you can see into the back. You start to see there's some flour through that doorway, quite messy in that back area of the shop. You can't sense that anybody's around, but you can feel a little bit of breeze coming from this doorway here that's off to the side.
Okay. So I'm gonna run and grab that knife, and then I'm gonna look for a bathroom so we can go through that back door or something.
Do you want me to
Okay.
come with you and help you out? I got tons of experience.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Be my
So
costume guy.
so for now, I'm going to say that you two go towards this back area, which we'll come to in a second, but will be the main kitchen area for this bakery. Okay. Let's go with Rian.
Yeah, while they do that, I'm looking for any sort of like meat pastry or pie in the casings.
Yep. Over here to the left-hand side, you can see this bit of glass here is a little bit fogged up because you can tell it's still a little bit warm.
Guys, didn't they say we could help ourselves? I'm just gonna grab this here. I'll leave a. No, yeah. Okay, and I'm just awkwardly going into the case myself and pull out this pie and cut a slice and put it down on the floor, but I don't call Tobin at all. I just leave it there, kind of like a peace offering, and then take a fork and eat straight out of the pie tin for myself.
Okay. So the area was a bit warm. The insides of it are a little bit cooler. So you can tell it was probably baked a little while ago. So it's not perfectly fresh, but it's still nice. There's nothing wrong with the pie.
This is good, guys.
Tommy, you realize that there's a little bit of shuffling at the back of your feet as basically a small black little dog kind of creeps around the back of your leg and starts going. But it's still staying there at the moment.
Tommy didn't even like announce or anything. He was already had it like a hand-sized roll and was just like picking at it because he gets quickly bored when he doesn't know why he's in here anyway. The group came in here, so he walked in as well. So he was already just kind of eating like a hand-sized loaf of bread without like saying anything about it.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Let's go. If anybody from Claude or Logan want to,
Logan would like to do something. So that I see that staircase going up. I would like to go back into that staircase and sneak up as quietly as possible.
Stealth check, please.
$18.
Okay, so you creep up the stairs. The first step you lean on has a little bit of a creak to it in the middle, but not to the right-hand side. You start to notice that the stairs that are against the wall have less of a creak, which allows you to creep up the stairs with pretty much making little to no noise. And as you get up there, there's a very small bedroom, and there is no one else in there. Just a small bedroom, small, basically living space in there. There's a bed, there's a bedside table, a small lamp. Relatively nice, nothing flamboyant, but there's small living space up there.
Can I check that bedside table to see if
Yeah,
there's
indeed.
anything of value in there?
You can indeed. Do an investigation check for me, please.
Oof, 3.
As you are trying to look around, you nearly knock over the lamp. So it distracts you just for a brief moment. But other than that, the drawer is locked. You felt along the top of the bedside table and didn't really feel anything or see anything.
Well, that's a letdown.
So I'll come back to you in 1 second. Claude.
Yeah, I want to kind of glance from the main room, glance into each of the rooms that connects. But first cast Divine Sense, so that as I'm inspecting, just kind of like a cursory glance to see if anything's out of place, if anything looks damaged, or any clues to kind of what happened.
Yeah. So in this front area, is that like an instant cast or a spell check?
It says as an action, so I
Yep.
feel like it's kind of like a toggle on sort of thing.
That's fine. That's fine. Yep. Okay. And is that the one where you can smell evil stuff?
Yeah, so anything celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
Your nose is filled with smells at the moment of baked goods, of bread, of cakes, etc.
Is it evil
No
bread?
no evil bread.
No evil. Okay.
No evil bread. That you can tell at the moment. We take a quick look here. So there was you saw Logon slip up the stairs, so you know he went through that doorway. This doorway is the one that had a little bit of a breeze to it. When you see it, you can see the door is a little bit jar, kind of a little bit moving. That's the one out to the alleyway. So, and then you saw Tell and Bo basically make their way into that back room, and you walk past Rian, who's basically just put down a slice of meat pie on the ground, and it's currently just chomping away on a bit of meat. And she's basically at an area that would also have the register here underneath the counter. Tommy, you can't see where the register is at the moment.
Tommy wasn't
Well,
asking
well,
about that. Don't assume what Tommy does, okay? Keep him
I saw
guessing.
the eyes.
Tommy out loud with like a mouthful of bread is like, "What the hell are we doing in here again?" Because everyone's just like splitting off and doing shit, and I wasn't told. I just followed because the group came in. I have no idea what we're doing here, so I'm just like, "What the hell are we in here for again?"
Claude's not thrilled about them taking, the shop's meat pies, but he's got more important things to focus on. So he motions to Tommy, since Tommy doesn't seem to be doing anything. He's like, let's go check out this back room.
All right, come on, Tobin. And just to
you
see if
come
Tobin
with.
will follow me. And I start walking
Tobin
towards Clyde.
follows. As
This is
you
gonna be a
make
tug of war of Tobin.
as you make your way up this alleyway, up this path towards the back, Tobin briefly stops here and has a little look towards Rian and the meat pie. Starts to take one or two steps, but to the kitchen.
Can I do a perception, see if he sees it? If I see him do that? Just... Nah, I didn't see shit.
You're walking away. You're walking away, and he was behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Before we go into the kitchen area, Logan, we've got you up in the living space. Rian, we've got you alone now in the baker's area with your floor pie. What do you want to do?
I've eaten my fill, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna follow Tommy and Claude, and going into the room they've just went to. I'll place the dish for the pie down. It still has some bits in it. Just
Okay.
leave ample opportunity.
Okay. Basically, as you walk into the kitchen area, I'm going to go back to Logan for a second. Logan, you're up in the room. You almost bumped over the lamp in there. Do you want to come back to the room? Do you want to do anything else in the room? What do you want to do?
I guess I will go ahead and leave the room and go back down and join everyone else. It seems the room is empty.
So as you make your way down silently again out towards the kitchen area, one of the things you're going to notice when you enter this kitchen area, there's a bag of flour on the counter that was very near to the doorway immediately to your left. That has been ripped open at the bottom, and that flour is everywhere across the room. There is this, compared to this very clean shop front, this kitchen area, there's been a significant sign of chaos and a struggle, and there's flour everywhere, and it's knocked. It's against the cabinets, it's on the floor, it's on the countertops, and one other thing you notice at the moment, in the middle of the room, there is a beautiful,
Oh.
a beautiful birthday cake in the middle of the room, and beside it, there is a note that says, "Dear Sir True Storm, happy birthday from everybody in Daggerford."
Can I do a history check to see if I know who True Storm is?
I think
Can indeed.
Storm is.
Can I do one as well?
No,
Okay.
you
Can
can't.
indeed. Claude, you know.
I
I'll tell you in a
know.
second. You know.
Well, I don't. I got a 5. 6.
Okay. So there's this beautiful ornate birthday cake in the middle of the kitchen. Everybody is there. Tommy's there. Claude is there. Bo is there. Logan is there. Rain is there. Tell is there. They're all looking at this beautiful birthday cake with a beautiful handwritten note that says, "Dear Sir True Storm, happy birthday, everyone in Daggerford." Claude, do you want to say out loud through me who True Storm is?
Yeah, I'll read it and say I know this guy, and I'll just
Who is he?
exposition.
So basically, a True Storm is one of the equivalent of a council for Daggerford as a town. They're known almost as a nickname as the Cloak of Daggerford, and they basically help represent the key sort of areas of operation for the town of Daggerford. You know that there are 6 wardens of this town, and you know the True Storm is the let me get here. Is you know the True Storm is the warden of Smiths and Minerals. Smiths and Minerals.
Would I know him personally?
Know of him.
Okay.
So basically, off the top of your head, you know who 5 of the 6 wardens are from your time, because they've been in power they've been in a position of power for a relatively long time, and you've been out of the city for a little while. So there's only one position that you don't know of at the moment, and that is the Warden of Exchange. Want, I can say out loud to everybody what the other wardens are, or you can just let everyone find out or break it down.
I won't bring it up yet. Just explain what's immediately in front of us and continue inspecting.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I do an investigation check on that flower to see if there's any like footprints or like
Yep, absolutely.
it wasn't just, a mess in the bakery. Oh my, it's another 5.
You're
6.
distracted by how beautiful this birthday cake is.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
The bag of flour, does it look like it was ripped open? Is there like a clean cut? Like, does it look like it was done by a blade?
So it looks like a bag of flour on the corner. It's been sliced about a third of the way up, and that's what's poured out. And then it's just a lot of movement, especially in the area immediately in front of you for this kitchen area. I'm going to put the birthday cake away for the moment, but obviously, happy birthday, Mr. Storm, this week.
Thank you.
And yeah, so imagine this side has a lot of struggle on this side. This side still has a lot of flour thrown about it, but it's a little bit cleaner. There's less signs of a struggle on that left side. Few more signs of struggle on the right hand side.
I'll tell the group this looks like a blade. Somebody was attacked in here.
Ha-
Yeah, this is a slappy way to make a cake.
Is there any blood? I asked the DM. out
Yeah.
of character, not
Yeah.
Claude.
Yep, to the right hand side.
Oh,
So
now
to
that
the
you
right hand,
mention it.
to the right hand side of the room here, there's small pools of blood, and then you can tell where there was an area where clearly there was a body lying there because it pooled on one side. So it's very clear that the mess was there, that there was a
we
mess
stumbled
there.
into a crime scene.
I hope that meat pie I ate didn't have
Nope.
anything to do with this.
Everything's poisoned.
Wow, what did it taste like? What was it made of?
It tastes like chicken.
Human tastes like chicken. Check.
That's a chicken pot
Yeah.
pie, you say?
Yeah. Okay. Claude, investigation check for me, please. Because you're already sort of looking at the flower.
Yeah.
Yep.
8.
Okay. It's pretty clear because it is flour, so it didn't actually take a lot to really see anything. From where you're standing, there is a single line in the middle of the flower that you could tell it's something. There was a line of something, like something was dragged, or that moved through the flour towards one of the countertops near where the cake is sitting.
All right, I'll follow the line and see if it like leads to anything. Is it like thin, like a thin line? Like
it's a very skinny line.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, as you make your way over, so you're now leaving footsteps in the flour as you make your way towards over there, and you do lean over, and right underneath the counter, there is a gold coin, a single gold coin in there that's not covered in flour. And when you do take it out from underneath the counter, what stands out to you in particular is that there's no marking on that gold coin. So gold coins that you know generally have a marking on it. Even the coins you've seen recently from the press have a different marking on it. This has no marking on it whatsoever. It's just a gold coin lump.
I'll hold it up to the group and say, "That's weird. There's no stamp on this. Somebody should have stamped this currency. This looks like it was dropped after the attack."
Yep.
I'll hold on to it to talk to Rickard about it and ask him.
Okay. Fantastic. Everyone's going to stand at the doorway. Tommy's jealous of an amazing birthday cake in the middle of the room for him. Tommy, what do you want to do?
Tommy looks over at Telemus and asks, "Is this some of your doing?" Like, he's still shoveling it on. Like, he's not the brightest guy, and he's kind of focused on what's been told about him being a murderer. So, even though Telemus has literally been with us the entire time, it's just something Tommy's dumb enough to like. So you did? Is this something of your doing?
Stern. Okay. Elle and Bo, you had a plan to maybe go do some dress up or disguising in this kitchen before you discovered all the flour and all the calamity.
Yeah, I think that's taking a back seat.
Okay.
I'm gonna. So Claude found that coin through Let's
say you were all standing here, so Claude went over here to the left. The pool of blood is over here to the right along this sort of wall area at the back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check that out.
Cool. Roll an investigation check for me, please. See if you can get anything other than a 5.
I don't think I will. Alright, I got a 14.
Okay. Underneath the counter, so there's a counter to the side here.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath that counter, you see a digit. A single digit of a finger. Roll a medicine or a investigation check for me, please, as you look at this.
These cakes are even more and more impressive.
That is a 4.
You can tell that this is a finger.
Sure is.
Congratulations. You probably had a suspicion for a second it might be a toe, but nope. You definitely know it's a finger.
At least I know it's a finger, not a toe.
Correct. You've made a break in the case. Congratulations.
I'm
Someone
gonna
is-
I'm gonna take that piece of cloth that I found at the up at the pristine guillotine and pick it up. Show it to the
like
group.
a beautiful colored piece of cloth that has
Yeah,
red, black, yellow, and purple on it.
exactly.
Yeah, fantastic.
You think,
And
hey,
you've
guys,
got-
Think about it.
I found a finger. It's not a toe. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
much.
that's the most distinctive thing he knows is that it's a finger, not a toe.
Looks like someone got in deep. If you're getting digits
Might
cut
take a
off.
closer look.
Yep.
So like a tattoo or a ring or like long finger painted nails, maybe.
Are you
No,
telling me too?
could you do an investigation or a medicine check?
When you show it to the group, I'll just kind of lean in to inspect it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it closer now that I've picked it up, and I will do another investigation check, if that's okay.
Of course.
That one's gonna be a 15.
I was hoping you would get a 1, so you go back to thinking it's a toe.
No,
No.
it
This
is
is
a toe.
nothing. You just throw it.
Yeah. Claude?
I got a 10. Investigation. It's the same as medicine, so either
That's
one,
fine.
whatever.
Bo, basically, you've kind of, with your experience, you've seen your fair share of accidents, especially along the working with boats and large machinery and things out there. What you notice about this finger is that it is a relatively clean cut, but also the damage at this end of the finger, it's not a new cut.
Mm-hmm.
Not a new cut. So you get the feeling that if something happened recently, not within the last like 6 to 12 hours.
Look at this. It doesn't. It's clean. It's old. It's not old, but like it's preserved almost. It's not. This isn't. This. I don't think this is a part of the crime. I don't think this just happened. I don't know what this was for.
Rian's gonna walk over to the body and check the hands to see if it's from this person.
There is no body. That was the.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
And no, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Anyone who, I think Rian, Tommy, and Logan would know that what pretty much you could assume to be a body. It was a stretcher. It was a covered stretcher. Got taken out.
Can I actually, now that I've joked about it, just dig in the pie a little bit just to make sure there's no little bones?
Yeah, you can. So basically, you make your way back out to the pie. Yep. Can you do probably an investigation check?
Gonna be lots of those, huh?
We are investigating
11.
murder.
It was a
11, yeah.
digit digestive.
So with fear and trepidation, as a theory starts to bubble into your head, Rain, you basically cautiously kind of put your hands in and try to rip apart the pie that you were just eating at and enjoying. And as you get down to the bottom of the plate and you move your fingers to the side, there's no bones. This just seems to be a normal meat/fruit pie.
I still don't feel too good, guys, but it looks clear.
What you do notice, though, when you turn around is that about 10 feet behind you, Tobin slightly followed you just to see where you were going. But when you look around, he scuttles back to where he was.
I'll put
Where
the
it's
dish
me.
back down.
Okay. Perfect. Tell me. Who was it found the finger? It was Bo found
Bo.
the finger. Tell me.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Tommy, trying to think what Tommy would do. Now that we found like fingers and blood and stuff, Tommy looks a little uncomfortable. He's kind of like, we're not gonna get blamed for this, are we? I don't want to be around this if someone comes looking.
We entered the shop after it all happened, Tommy.
Did we?
Plus, we got.
And he kind of like
Yeah,
still
plus we got
looks
Marcel.
still looks at Telemus as Tommy's not the brightest guy. But he's like, so do you
We
think
got
there'll
the bright word boys.
do you think there'll be a
our side.
reward if we figure out what happened here?
I'm sure. I'm sure something good will come of it.
Tommy's gonna walk over to the door, the alley door, and peek his head out.
Basically, as you peek your head out, you just see it's just a narrow alleyway. There doesn't seem to be much happening in the alleyway itself. However, you do notice that the doorknob that you were walking up to right before you were about to put your hand onto it did have a bit of flour on the door handle.
And can I do a perception to see if I see a blood or flower trail in the alley?
Yeah, so that would be investigation check.
Oh, sorry, yeah, investigation. A 14.
You see speckles of flour, not only on the door handle itself, but on a wall at the far corner. It's starting to fall off a bit, so it's on the ground. So you can tell it wasn't like a very recent impact. It's more, pressed up on it and then fell as you went along.
So Tommy didn't see the people take him out. Tommy didn't see the people take him out on the stretcher. He was busy with Tobin and kind of paying attention to what Telemus was doing. So he'll be announced. I think our killer took the body this way, and he's in the full assumption that whoever did the killing has now gone down the alley.
Let's see if we can figure something out here.
Yeah, as you turn around to your right, as you're kind of making that announcement, you do notice there's a picture, almost the equivalent of a picture or like a painted portrait style of this, of a very proud-looking dark elf in a apron and with a nice baker's hat, holding a very like a prize-winning pie. He's got a little bouquet on his thing. So a dark elf, so sort of a deep purple skin tone to him. You see that picture on the wall.
Does the finger that Boduk held up have the same coloration?
No, what you saw there was color accurate.
Okay, all right.
So,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, Tommy just kind of makes that announcement. He thinks he's onto something because he didn't see what really happened. So,
wait, you make the announcement about the body, or you make the announcement about the portrait?
Yeah, I make the announcement that I thought the killer has taken the body out the alley.
Yep.
Which is what Tommy believes.
So we've got Rain, we got Tommy, Bo. Let's go with Tell. Tell, what do you want to do next?
Okay, so I've worked up a little schematic of what I think I look like. I want to shave my beard down to a mustache, so I'm going to upload the photo right now if everybody would take a look. Here we go.
He's like Canadian and stuff.
Oh my god.
That is bright and dull.
That is bright and dull. I see it now. I will give it to you. I will give it to you. That is bright and dull. Tell, please absolutely take
Chad,
1d6 inspiration for a please.
I already have
one. That's absolutely incredible. So,
where did you get that hat? That wasn't mine.
Here, tell everybody that. That's fine.
Yeah.
That was not, sir.
You said you were a performer. That looks like a performance hat.
That looks like a Clunes hat.
Oh, that's great.
This hat
from Bo?
Sorry, Chad, I can't show the picture off, but he very much looks like a jester with red and green.
To be a baker's
and
hat,
he has a hat that has like bells that come off of it
at the top, so it falls down, flops down. So it's one of those tall baker's hat that's now flopped down and matches the color scheme.
And I use the icing dye
Oh,
to create.
He
the
actually
same
changed
color
his
scheme.
icon to it, so
It's
Amazing work.
wonderful.
Amazing work.
now
Fantastic.
tell us his
So,
new picture is what he's wearing.
Not taking part in the investigation at all. You've basically done some dress up. I love it. I love it. Brilliant work. Okay.
I'm not sure how that's supposed
Surely
to
no one will
like,
recognize me now.
keep attention off of you. Yeah.
No, just break the recognition. That's all.
Do you want to go with the whole vibe? I got. I mean, we can, do a clown makeup too.
Yes, let's do clown makeup.
Okay. Okay. Cool. We'll come back to that in a second. Thank you, Tel. That was fantastic. Logan, is there anything you want to look for?
There is. I want to go back out to the main area where Rianne is with the meat pie.
Yeah.
I just want to do an investigation in that general area.
Okay, fantastic.
See what I get. There it is. My rolls are terrible today. 4.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
So really the main thing you see from there when you're looking over towards Rain is just the register that's underneath the counter there. You see lots of other ingredients and you're seeing, you can't really tell, like you've got no real detail in terms of what was made recently, what is old food, what's whatever. The general cleanliness of the store is still there. So it's not like there's rotten food sitting around. You just see Rain, you see the pie that she basically put her fingers through, so she's got her hands are completely covered in meat juices, but she's got a face of relief on her, as you're not sure why she looks relieved, but she looks relieved even though her fingers are very messy, and you can just see very clearly a register underneath the counter.
I feel very strongly there's something in that area, but I don't. All right, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yep. You can still look for things, but it's not like anything is catching your attention as being blatantly wrong. So you're not game breaking if you do anything. Just curiosity. You just don't know what it is. That's basically what a
so
low
funny.
roll in that sense means. Okay. But it's overly clean. Sorry, it's not overly clean. The rest of this area is pretty clean.
Pristine.
Nope, it's not pristine. You have actually no idea how many times I've stopped myself from saying pristine.
We're
so
so uncomfortable with anything that might be pristine now. It's just we have PTSD.
You look into these oven areas and you see small embers in there, small flickering of light of a flame that was going on in there, but there's nothing in the ovens. There's nothing. That's not a fire that's going strong.
I can get to do one thing per turn, right? I investigated. That's my turn, pretty much.
No, there's no real actions or whatever. It's just more general. People don't want to take overly long on a turn, but you can do something else. Yeah, if everyone else is okay with you, if you have an idea, because everyone else is kind of still thinking about what they're looking for, what they might be doing in their turn. So I'm kind of more than happy for people to kind of jump in with ideas and everyone to get a fair shot at things. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to check out those ovens a little bit closer.
Okay, perfect.
Logan, was there anything else that y'all found in the other room, or what? Is there something in particular you think we might find?
What you found?
No, it's just that Tobin keeps on coming back to this area for some reason. I feel like there might be something here that we're not picking up on.
Huh. I'll take this. It's 2 ovens.
Yep, the ovens at the back.
Yeah, I'll look in one of them if you look in the other.
Sounds good to me.
Investigation checks, please.
Come on, good roll. 5.
18.
Come on.
Yeah. So Logan, it's a furnace. You have determined that bakers would use these for baking. So you can now come away with that information and if need be inform the party of what this might be used for. Okay? Ryan, as you're walking along, you also see a furnace. You see a beautiful, delicate furnace. However, one brick inside it is slightly uneven compared to the other bricks.
I'm gonna reach out and try to shake it loose.
Yep. You see that it doesn't shake loose, like it doesn't. You can't lift it up, but you could tell that you could press it down.
Oh. We'll press in then.
Okay.
Down.
You hear a nice click from behind you.
Did you hear that, Logan? I pushed
did.
this brick in. Did you hear where it came from?
Just sounded like somewhere behind us.
Well, turn and take a look at the room and see if there's anything different.
Yeah, so the main thing that's different is as you're looking over towards that bench where the register was, to the left-hand side of it, basically in this bottom corner here, a very, very small compartment has popped out from the corner of this cabinet. So the register's here, very, very small cabinet has popped out on that side.
That looks interesting. I'm gonna yell into the other room, just, hey guys, we found something, and start to approach that, I guess, little hole in the floor.
A little cabinet, so yeah.
Church as well.
A cabinet, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Basically, as you make your way over, whoever wants to come in from the kitchen is absolutely fine. Bo, you still have a finger that's definitely not a toe in your handkerchief. Ame is doing a combination of stirring the pot when it comes to how bad Tell is compared to everybody else. And Claude, you basically have the coin that has no marking in your hand. And Logan and Rain are already over at the compartment.
I'd like to leave the kitchen in disgust of Tell's mockery of myself.
Claude, who had been obsessed with the investigation and all the clues they'd been finding, looks up and sees Tell for the first time. Says that he just stares at him for like 5 seconds straight, just baffled, and then without saying anything, turns and walks out of the storeroom.
Tommy very much looks like that meme with a bunch of numbers going around my head as I'm like looking at the marking to the dragon to the doorway, and I'm like, wow, could he's like very like hands-on trying to figure
Yeah.
like he feels like
Yeah.
he's about to break the case but not really paying attention to what other people are doing. He's just like he's just like working all of it out.
That's like, okay. Rain and Logan, make your way over towards the compartment in the cabinet. So it's almost, imagine like in the frame of this cabinet. Up against it, it would have looked like nothing was there, but it's popped out. And it's a tall rectangle, basically, and it's a hollow container in there. So you can look at it, it's popped out, and you can tell that there is there's space for things to be kept in there. So it's a very, very clear hiding spot of some sort.
I'll reach in.
Open it, yeah. Open it, reach in.
Okay, so who puts their hand in?
I'll do
Do it
it.
at the same time and
I'll
just
do
touch.
Okay. Logan. Yep.
Yep.
You feel two things in there. Okay. One is because you're almost kind of putting in like almost to your elbow. So it's a very long way down when you're in there. Okay. There's two things that you feel. Yep. One feels like a wooden square, and the other one feels like a smooth cloth bag. You want to take them both out, or one of them out, or none of them?
I'll take the square, the wooden square.
There's a wooden square, comes out. It's long, thin, so it's maybe about that length. And it has a small clasp on the front of it, which can be opened quite easily.
I open it.
As you open up this box, there are 5 slots in this box that are about the length of a finger each. Yeah. There is 2 fingers in those slots.
No.
There are 2 fingers in that slot. One of them, the third one, looks like it has been used. The other 2 look like they have not been used.
When you say used,
Yeah.
It's no longer in the box.
did they get inserted into something?
You
Yeah,
can insert
so-
digits into a lot of things.
Yeah. So basically, maybe like a little bit of blood or a little bit of disruption in the fabric material where something would have been placed on top of it. So you have 2 different finger digits, a third one which looks like it had been used as a placeholder for something, and 2 that have not been used.
I watched Logan opening this, and was there anything else in there?
Yeah, there's one more thing down there. Feel free to grab it if you want.
I'll reach in and grab that.
Okay, so it's a soft like light bag. As you lift it out, it is very light. It's only about this big. It basically looks like it looks like a coin purse, but it's very, very light. So you know.
I just shake it a little and then start
sounds
to open it.
So it sounds like coins. Yep. You start to open it. There are only 5 coins in there.
I'll take one out. I want to look at it.
What you notice is in the bag is basically 2 you have 2 parts in it. One is a very, very small brooch, shape of some wheat. The second one instantly makes your eyes open because in your travels, you're very, very used to gold coins. This is a platinum coin. There are 5 platinum coins in there. A platinum coin, is about the equivalent of 10 gold pieces each on its own.
I will turn and just make sure that Tommy's not in the room right now, and then loud enough that the rest of the party in the room can hear me, but not too loud. Hey guys, have we seen this kind of coin before? Have any of you seen this kind of coin in your travel?
Claude leans over to inspect.
Yep.
Does Claude recognize?
Most of you do in the same way that everybody knows what like a $100 bill looks like. It's how much experience you actually have having $100 bills in your hand at a time. So you know that this is normal legal currency, but they are platinum coins, not gold coins.
Did she take the brooch out?
I will now.
Can Tommy do a perception to hear the loud but not so loud call outs of coinage?
You can indeed.
Keep leaving Tommy out of this shit. 15.
Yeah, you definitely heard the bag being lifted up, the little shake that she gave, which sounded like coins rattling. You're like, wait, there's only in your head you're going, yeah, but there's only 5 coins in there. there's only a low number, like a single digit number of coins in there. But there's a density, there's a density difference in there. So.
Tommy does the very cartoon like head poke out the door, just like looking to see what's going on.
Well, I'll hold up the brooch now. Just be like, this looks like maybe something that a baker has. It's wheat. Does anybody see any significance to this brooch?
Claude does.
Of course he does.
Baker's Guild.
Bright words.
This is the land warden. The warden of the land.
Oh,
so you would know that this is more associated with agriculture and farming and another one of these key operations of the city.
Roach, you said, right?
Can I be there as well, just to chime in? I wanted to leave that other room anyway a while ago. Freaking tell. So I said, so we got 5 gold. So we got 5 platinum coins, a brooch of the land warden, a box of fingers.
2 fingers, and you have another one.
Yes.
It seems to me that whatever this person was doing was not just baking.
No.
Oh, okay.
But is there a dispute, Claude? Is there a dispute between, like, is there something going on between the land warden and True Storm?
Well, off the top of my head, do I know of any specific conflicts?
No, in fact, the council's generally smooth operating.
Okay.
It's been in operation for a long time. It's basically how the general balance of the town has been maintained, and most people just kind of go about their business in terms of what they provide, and it's an equal sharing in terms of the cloak, and it's just a bureaucratic administrative panel.
Does he know who the land warden is, or was that mystery one?
No, he does. He knows that to be Quentin Tusk.
Quentin Tusk.
Quentin Tusk.
So Claude thinks for a second and says last I heard there was no outright conflict, strife, but wherever there's power there's somebody who wants it. As maybe we pull the guards in and show them what we found so far.
But you also know that Quentin Tusk is the 3rd longest reigning member of the Cloak. You know that True Storm is the 2nd longest reigning. You know who is first, but obviously haven't said that to anybody else yet. So.
Maybe we should cut into that cake and see what they were baking. I wonder if it's all correlated.
I mean, it could be based on everything else. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a trap or poisoned.
How much trouble do you think we'll get in if we cut into that cake?
Bo, can you bring that finger over to this box of fingers?
Which one? And I hold up all 5. All 10. I only have 5 fingers, actually. Yeah.
I'll hold the box out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them side by side with the other ones. See if it fits in the box and if it looks like the other ones.
Yeah, if it looks like the other ones, if it's a different, if you can tell if it's if they're all different fingers, like first digit, second pinky kind of things.
Mm-hmm. They are all they're all ring finger.
Oh, they're all ring fingers.
They're all ring finger, and you can tell that they're not the same. Obviously, not the same hand because there's not 3 ring fingers.
Implications.
Yeah, so they all seem to be. Yeah.
When we were getting ready to play today, I wasn't at all ready for "could you bring the finger over to the box of fingers" moments. That was gonna happen.
I love those memes where it's like things I never thought I'd hear an adult say until I played D&D, and that's definitely. Could you bring that finger over to the box of fingers?
I'm gonna start just sweeping. I'm still like crouched by the counter. I'm just gonna start like crawling across the floor to see if I find another finger.
No, you don't see any other fingers.
Okay.
If anything, the finger that Bo successfully matched to that 3rd used slot.
Do the fingers all look human? Sorry.
Human. Let's go with humanoid. Because technically dwarf and elf and all of them are humanoid. So
yeah, can we distinguish between any of them?
Yeah, you can do an investigation or a medicine check.
Okay. Investigation 14.
Basically have 2 human and 1 elf.
I want to go cut into that cake.
Tommy,
But-
Tommy approaches, looking at the coins. Does the marking on that coin resemble the coins from the town that we were at? Okay.
No, they're just Benjamins.
So you can see the potential inspiration for the coins that were in Flattery, but even small differences being the Flattery coins are gold. They face off to the left-hand side. So closer to what you expect a standard gold coin to look like. These platinum ones are very intricate, and obviously the metal it's denser. They're skinny but dense. That you can just tell it's like ooh, like these are nice to have. It's nice to have platinum coins.
Well, it's nice to have.
There's a
I'm
joke in there.
gonna
skinny but
snatch
dense.
the coins back and put them in the coin pouch. Claude, would you hang on to these for the group? You seem the least likely to misuse them.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. Claude will take them, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna grab the others and poke my head outside the door and motion to Rickard and the guard. Are they still standing out there?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him I think there's something deeper going on here than just a random attack.
So they walk in, and basically Rickard's like, whoa, Claude, what's going on?
Yeah, and we'll just kind of set them on the table for everybody to see, for the guard and Rickard to see, and be like, we've got platinum. I don't think a baker having platinum coins is just some sort of, it's not an everyday thing. I'd be like, we got fingers, we got an unmarked coin. I'll show them the unmarked one because that's particularly disturbing to me, or not disturbing, but stand out.
Yep. All of them as well. The unmarked coin is what stands out to Rickard. The platinum coins is what stands out to the guard because he's definitely taking a look at it. Until he notices a box of fingers off the left-hand side, which significantly distracts the both of them. He just comes and goes, "Did you find out what happened to Raynar?"
What is he didn't know? Who?
Raynar, the baker, the owner of the shop. He's like a dark elf.
Elf with a dark
gentleman.
complexion.
Yeah. Did you figure out what happened to him? Was there any other? Is this kind of all we have to go on? You didn't find like a weapon, or wasn't anybody hiding, or?
There was a struggle in the back that it looked like a blade was used.
And I definitely think they took him down the alley. Still, Tommy's very convinced that.
Yeah. Well, we took him down the alley.
Wait, you did this?
No, sir, listen to me. We removed the body. We removed Raynar's body.
Oh, okay. All right. We get the reward, though. We did a lot of investigation here.
Okay. What did you actually find out?
That there's
it looks
fingers.
like it's associated with the. Something has to do with the landwarden. I mean, why is his brooch here, or is that?
A
Coincidence?
serious accusation. He wouldn't be the only one that has that, but it would be part of his, collective, or his sort of inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Would have those brooches. You find it near the body? Did you find it?
We found it in the coin purse. The 5 platinum coins.
Right.
That was also with the box of fingers.
Right.
Does
Okay.
Rian know the baker's name?
Now she does.
I mean, it from the past.
Yeah, sorry. I'm an ass.
Oh, from the past. No.
Okay.
No.
It'd be like, there's a cake in the back addressed to Sir Truestorm. Has something happened between these two? Truestorm and Quentin he's referring to?
No, unless you talk about celebrating a birthday party, which is tonight, by the way. It's at your father's club, the Cash Windfall.
This is where we're going, right?
This is where that's where the party would be going.
Yeah, that's where we were headed
assume
before we got distracted.
Well, there was the tavern, the Foolish Captain, but the Cash Windfall is in the Sheath. It's in tier 2.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
We seem to have misfortune around birthdays. I'm just connecting that now. Like Jarvis's birthday, we wiped out an entire town.
We didn't do that.
We were there.
Everybody turned to look at Tommy.
Yeah. It's time for celebration and death.
Very Games of Thrones. Red weddings every birthday.
Wait, you said you wasn't sure if we found anybody? Do you think the killer's still here? Or the perpetrator?
Oh, well.
Everything was pretty warm.
Yeah, so we kind of thought that ourselves as well. We looked into that, so we tried to give a bit of a search in terms of if anybody was still here. The only thing we noticed was there was a window upstairs in the bedroom that had been open, which I wouldn't have thought that'd be left open. So, but we don't know whether the killer got out through the window or out through the doorway. There didn't really seem to be any sort of signs of forced entry. But we don't know if that's because somebody was let in or somebody was able to sneak in.
So this man was commissioned to make a cake. We find the symbols of another warden, and the baker's dead.
Yes, that's unfortunately what we've got to go on at the moment.
Seems like somebody, I don't know, might have been trying to.
I don't know. I don't know why anybody would go after Raynar. You know, it's like yes, I am surprised at the platinum coins. I mean, he's very, very talented, but I wouldn't have put him in that realm of wealth. And why are those coins there and not in the register?
Dude made it's quite the cake.
He's known for nobody else. You wouldn't ask for a cake from anybody else in Daggerford. You want a blooming cake.
Can I see if there's any prices around, or investigate for a receipt, not a receipt, or a invoice of some sorts for it?
Yeah, you can. So basically, one of the guards goes, "Well, I'm gonna imagine it's either the register, or I'm not sure if he keeps his books up in the room. But I think if I had a bakery, where would I put my invoices?" So
I'm gonna go upstairs then. I'm gonna leave these guards.
I want to follow Bo. I'm gonna jingle my bells all the way back to him. I noticed his disgust, and I just apologize to him and say I took some creative liberties with his costume, and I'm gonna call this outfit "Hiding in Plain Sight."
You know what?
As you describe that to him, Bo, you realize that the guard is absolutely fixated on Tell. Like, is staring up. But you get the feeling that he's kind of looking up and down at the costume, as opposed to the mustachioed hunk that's following you. So
I think it's a great idea, Tell. I'll get over it.
Okay. And then I go to cut my bells off because I noticed the guard looking at me.
You just needed one syllable to go wrong in that sentence, and it's a completely different type of mutilation. They wouldn't be expecting a eunuch. No way. Okay. Yeah. So Bo and Tell are going to go upstairs. Anybody want to join them upstairs, or anybody else want to take a look around the rest of the beginning? You kind of get the feeling where the crowd's starting to build up again outside because no one's sort of there to keep them back, and some people are trying to walk up to the doorway and take a quick look in. The guards sort of shift them away again. So, and then you hear you hear the odd, "Why? How come they get to be in there and I don't?" You know, a bit of a kerfuffle, a bit of rumor. Logan, you want to go upstairs as well?
I do.
Okay, fantastic. So that leaves Tommy, Claude, and Rian downstairs.
I'm gonna ask if they've gotten to take a closer look at the body yet, since they took it wherever it was going, to the police station or whatever.
I didn't myself. I got door duty again. You hit one wrong person in the line of duty, and you get door duty for the rest of your career. I was like, I never get to do anything.
It's not fair, man. You gotta stand up for yourself.
If you get any update, would you let us know?
More than likely, Mr. Marcel here is probably going to hear about it before I do. Just the way this type of information gets around. So, and he kind of looks at Claude, giving him a thumbs up, and he was basically pointing at Rickard. So this Mr. Marcel is more likely going to hear about it than I will ever do.
Clyde, real quick, just like focuses on the guard real quick. Does he recognize him at all, like from his past? Or is this somebody?
Let's say probably someone who's only really been in the job maybe a couple of years, and is already stuck on door duty. Yeah, Tommy, sorry, you were saying something.
I don't remember what I was going to go with. Tom is just kind of just standing around.
Just being Tommy.
Yeah,
just being
yeah.
Tommy.
Just Tommy over here.
Tommy over here. Just
Tommy
Walking
over
over
here.
here.
Whoa.
I would like
There
to
we
go
go.
upstairs now, though.
Okay.
So
Right. Okay.
did Logan go upstairs as well? Everyone went upstairs.
Yes, I did.
Except for Claude and yourself.
Okay, yeah. Tommy will wait downstairs.
Okay, Tommy.
Yeah,
Claude, are you going to wait with Tommy?
yeah, I'll stay down here to speculate, and I don't know.
Tobin basically sits at the bottom of the stairs between Tommy and where Rian is walking.
Don't get attached to the dog. Don't get attached to the dog. Don't get attached to the
Does anyone check that
dog.
door where there was a breeze earlier? Does anyone check that?
Tommy did.
Was that the
Tommy? That
Yeah,
was
that's
out to the
alleyway.
alleyway.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Just to be clear, there's an upstairs alleyway, kitchen in this room.
Yeah.
Is there
There's
anything else?
there's nowhere else.
Okay.
I could do the DM thing and go that you've seen.
Mhm.
But yeah, based on what you've seen.
Okay.
Wiggle the fourth step on the stairwell. The whole floor opens.
Bo, you were the first one making your way up to the bedroom.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So you get to the top of the stairs. You basically see a bed. You see an open window. You see a bedside table. There's a lamp. There's like a rug. Bit of a bookshelf.
Any
what do you
like
want to do?
desk officey stuff?
Like not really. Probably the bedside table is probably the closest thing that would look like.
All right.
It's
we'll
got
go
it's got
investigate
drawer
that.
and yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, I'm gonna take as I'm walking in, can I also do like a perception check to see if there's anything like ajar, like the window is open or anything like that, or like anything off?
You can do a perception check for anything that seems off.
Okay. Let's just do that. Anyway, that's a 5. So let's continue on to investigate the
Identify that the purpose of the window is to be able to see outside,
beautiful.
and
Great
it
view.
does that. It does that, especially because it's open.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's open,
that's-
so you can see outside.
It's quite a nice
uh,
day anyway.
It's actually a very cold day because it's very early in the morning. So that's probably, if anything, is what gets you when you come into the room. Is actually really cold. It's like, why would the first thing you want to do is shut the window because it's so cold in the room.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and shut the window.
Cool. And is like, do you still have like, is the new finger, is that sitting in the box? Is that in your hand?
Well, the last place I put it was in the box.
The box. Okay, cool. I just want to check for that. Yeah, because I don't think you touched anything that had flour or anything on it anyway. So basically, you close the window. There's no handprints or anything that you can see on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look out the window.
As you go out, basically right there is one flower footprint on the windowsill.
On the window or out?
On the windowsill.
Oh, windowsill. Inside or outside?
Outside. Outside windowsill, and as you look out towards you, there is a roof that could be reached with a jump.
Did Logan come upstairs yet?
I'm up there, I think.
So before Logan, it is Tell. Tell, you are right behind Bo. You no longer have any bells on your hat.
Sweet.
Which will help with all future stealth checks, and I will tell you that I had written down that you had bells on your hat for that purpose. So well done on that idea.
I'm going to point out the footprint to Tell as he. Hey, apprentice, check out this. Check this out. Looks like somebody made their way outside.
Okay, can I do a perception check on the flower footprint? Or
it would be an investigation check.
Investigation check. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. 6.
Looks like a footprint.
Ooh, footprint.
Yep. That's exactly your reaction. Ooh, footprint. It's on the outside, not the inside. If anything, what basically you can tell just by looking at it is that the footprint is pointed out the window. So it's not a footprint pointed in the window. It's a footprint pointed out the window.
It only did 6 after left. Didn't climb in.
Can we follow it? Can I follow it? Can I follow the footprint, or do you want to?
If you want to roll for an athletics check to jump onto a roof across the alleyway.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm not that bad at athletics. Oh, wait. Yes, I am. Let's do it. My rolls have been great. I got a 13.
Okay, cool. You jump out the window. You realize quite quickly you're not athletic enough to make that jump, and you plummet to the alleyway down below.
Beautiful.
So let me check that. You get 9 points of damage.
Wonderful.
As you just flop straight down into the alleyway.
Can I try to make it graceful?
No, that was your athletic check. No, okay. You don't have enough time to react.
I thought the athletics check was just to get up.
To get up what?
Oh, I don't know. Follow the footstep onto the next, onto the roof.
Oh yeah, it was a jumping distance. You had to jump up onto a roof.
Okay, well.
So if anything you've learned, it's not an average amount of agility required to make that jump. Painfully. You painfully learned that lesson.
Hey now, athletics is strength. I'm good at agility.
Sorry. Yes.
Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, okay. So 9 points of damage. You find yourself in the alleyway. You basically crushed some old boxes and some crates. There were bags of flour there, but unfortunately for you, they were empty bags of flour. So they gave you no cushion whatsoever.
Lovely.
On that. And now a rush of people have followed you because they heard a kerfuffle at the side, and now you're surrounded by a bunch of people who just see you completely wiped out in the alleyway.
Opens the door and leans out and sees Bo on the ground. Did you take the shortcut down?
I tried something. Logan wasn't there to climb up, so I tried it. It didn't work out.
Logan was there.
I have experience.
Yeah, Logan was there. You impatiently jumped out the window yourself. This is not on Logan.
Everybody was trying to be everybody else. I wanted to be Logan.
Did the guard and Ricardo react to that sound and the crowd
Yes,
moving?
they did. Yeah.
Can Tommy do a sleight of hand check to put the coins back into the bag but leave one out, or keep one?
Yes, of course.
I think they were displayed across the table when we were talking about them.
To be honest, because like Claude has poked his head out the side, Rickard and the guard have. I don't think you actually need to do a sleight of hand. You could do, but I'm only going to do it. It's going to be a low check because all you're really trying to do is not make a big loud clattering of the coins together.
So still sleight of hand.
Yeah, do sleight of hand,
Okay.
but it's not going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, that's a 23.
Yeah, 4 of the 5 platinum coins slip into the bag and get tied up perfectly, and the bag gets laid exactly where it was.
Exactly.
Logan and Ryan. So Logan first. Logan, you've heard massive clattering out the window. You go upstairs and you find Tell is upstairs. And even though Bo had closed the window, he then decided to then go out the window.
I remember when I was up here earlier, I did a quick scan of the place and I found that there was a locked drawer in that nightstand. And I'm curious about that. So I want to try to pick the lock on that nightstand, see if I can get it open.
Do you have any sort of like lockpick tools or thieves tools?
I was going to ask that question. I know I don't have a lockpick, but I do have a crowbar. So could I go that route?
You can indeed, yeah, absolutely.
Let me lockpick this with a crowbar.
I was going to go for lockpick first because that's more like stealthy and, but if I have a crowbar.
Yeah.
Did he see Bo plummet out the window?
He's fine.
I
can hear his voice out there. He's fine. He's talking. He's not dead.
Bo was out the window before Logan got up to the top of the stairs, but he heard the massive clatter.
That's Tommy cold right there. to ignore someone who fell out a window to try to break into something.
I am set on this. Okay, I was up here earlier. I left when I shouldn't have. I'm ready to remedy that situation.
Okay, crowbar with finesse. Basically a strength check with your crowbar. The crowbar, I believe, gives you advantage.
On lockpicking.
Finally, an 18.
With advantage, so you can roll it again even though you are successful.
Time. Yeah, 18's my best.
Yeah. Basically, it does pop open. Because it was a good strength roll, you didn't actually smash anything. Like you were able to break the lock, and there's a little bit of splintering on it, but you haven't like completely wrecked the bedside table. What you find in there is about, from what you quickly look at, maybe 12 to 15 gold coins. The same design as the Flattery gold coins.
I will take all of those. The same design as a Flattery. Okay.
Design as Flattery. Yeah.
So who's up?
Sorry?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I think you were going to say who's up there, right?
Yeah, who's up there with me? I can't remember.
Tell is at the window that Bo was at.
Okay.
Formerly Bo's window is now Tell is at that window, and Rain has basically popped up behind you. She's now at the top of the stairs directly behind you.
All right. Well, for right now, I'm just going to take the coins.
Okay. Rain, are you looking at Logan? Do you want to check to see what he's doing? Have you been distracted by the massive smash and clatter and just groans of
I just roll my eyes because the party is just, it's what we do. But I'm more interested in just looking around and seeing if I notice anything that stands out in the room.
Roll. Do an investigation check, right, please.
7.
Oh. if anything, because it's a quite low, you're kind of looking at maybe places where other people aren't. Pick somewhere. Do you want to look at the bed? Do you want to look at the bookcase? Do you want to look out the window? Where do you want to be looking?
I'll take a look at the bookcase and see if any titles look interesting.
See, the main thing that you're going to see in the bookcase pretty openly is just a range of different books, and very clearly the equivalent of like an accounts book. So it's not hidden; it's just right on the shelf. It's easily accessible. If you were to open up that, you'd basically see the equivalent of his like receipts and orders of what he has.
I'm still gonna reach out and take one down and just start flipping through them.
Yeah. You're able to see different dates on them. So I imagine you just take the most recent one. And in that, you find the order for the True Storm cake.
How much was it?
It's with 15 gold.
Oh, that cake was 15 gold. I'm talking to Logan because he's really the only one
Yeah.
that's got any attention in the room right now.
Yeah. So it was 15 gold. And in your experience, that seems quite expensive for a cake. So you could probably tell because you've seen the cake and the intricacy of it. That's quite a specialist order for a cake. So just with your sort of world context of, is 15 a lot for a cake? It's a good price. It's a pretty premium cake price.
I'd like to flip through and see if everything else cost that much or if it was just this cake.
It was definitely the most expensive cake. But there was still a couple gold pieces there, couple gold pieces here or there, and different sort of lunch orders. Probably the closest thing that you'd find in price would be almost like not quite buffet, but like ordering lunch for an event. Multiple people. But in terms of a single item, this would probably be the most expensive.
This cake better have been made of gold. Did you guys look at it at all beyond just the decoration?
I don't think. Did I see the cake? Yeah, I was in the room, but
You were
no,
in the
I
room,
didn't. I didn't investigate it very closely. No.
My attention's super focused on this cake now because it just seems out of this world to be that price. So I'm gonna go downstairs to take a look.
Okay, fantastic. So Rhiann's going to make her way downstairs. Oben turns around, begins to follow, catches himself, and stops. Make your way down the thing. Bo is in the alleyway. Going to come to you in a second, Bo. Claude, you were downstairs looking at Bo. You're with Rickard and the guard. Tommy, you have successfully acquired 1 platinum coin. Logan is at the drawer, and Tell is at the window.
How much is a platinum coin worth again?
By 10. 10 gold.
Okay. And how much did I get out of that drawer?
15.
15. Okay, so that. I think.
Logan grabs 15 coins and no one bats an eye, but Storm blows up 1 hospital and everyone freaks the fuck out. Go Joker monologue.
Yeah. Somebody reacted like, wait, I don't remember him blowing up a hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Backstory. Okay.
Also, outside the game, I really was contemplating Storm Tommy just being there eating the cake as she comes down, but I don't think he will. He won't do that.
Okay, Tell, I'm going to go to you first because you've seen Bo leap out the window.
Okay, so I look at him out the window and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna check on you, and then I head downstairs to the alley, and then try to catch up with him. I'm making my way back down to the alley where he.
Yeah, where did I land? Where in correlation? Am I in the alley? Am I in the front?
Yeah, you're in the opposite alleyway from where the guards took the body away. So it's an alley on the other side of the building. So it'll be.
Yeah.
Let's do over here.
Understood.
Did you think he jumped into the same alleyway, Claude?
I thought
No,
it was
I
the
didn't.
same alleyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the body went out this way. Bo jumped out this way.
Yeah,
At
I'm
the
gonna be
moment,
smart.
at the moment, nobody has any idea why Bo just jumped out a window.
Well, when I get my senses about me again.
Tell you make your way. You make your way to Bo. Basically, you have to kind of shuffle through the different people who you can tell are really just looking at Bo almost from like an entertainment, like voyeur sort of opinion. No one's actually tried to like help him. Really, if anything, this could be like a trick or part of something that's happening. It just doesn't make any sense. Like he just landed bang on the ground.
Yeah. As I'm walking downstairs, I'm like, "There's perfectly good stairs. We didn't have to jump out a window to go check this out. We could have just walked down to the alley." So I'm making my way to go look. My athletics aren't that great. I'm gonna head down the stairs.
I love that, like, from the perspective of the random NPCs out there, they saw a man leap from the window, and the first person that's going to come out to get him is dressed the way Tell is. It's so fucking funny to
me. So Tell makes his way to Bo, and you're going to help him up. You're just going to talk sass.
Put my hand out. I put my hand out.
So I see the crowd that's gathered, and I like look around at Bo and look back up at the crowd, and I'm like, "Yay! He did it!" Hands in the air, like stuck the landing.
Okay,
That's right, folks. This is all a show, and if you want more, wait to see us in our main act.
I would like you to do a performance check to convince the crowd. You are being assisted by wearing a bright but dull performer's costume, as well as Bo actually assisting your lie in that moment. So, with advantage, please, performance check.
3.
Is that with advantage?
This is where I ask my question: goes with advantage?
What's the advantage?
Just roll it again. You roll a second time and take the highest.
13.
It's enough to kind of get some people going like confused. Goes, okay. Like you hear some murmuring and goes, see this new age performance art? I don't get it. It wasn't like this back in my day. And they kind of shuffle off and make their way. So no one's particularly impressed. They're more confused than anything, but they are walking away and giving you space. At that point, the other guard comes over and basically is there to lift you up, Bo, as well, and kind of arm over the shoulder and willing to take you in and get you into the shop.
Perfect. Appreciate that, sir.
You're welcome. And then I have a cure wounds I can cast.
Yep.
So I'll start that.
Cool.
Do you want
As
to
we're
roll?
going in, I'm gonna tell. Why didn't you tell them about the footprint? Did you tell anybody about the footprint I showed you before I jumped out the window?
To be honest with you, I completely forgot about the footprint. I was just worried about you.
I
Understandable. You did just jump out a window.
We'll go back up there. We'll talk about it. Just don't jump out of any more windows.
Can't promise anything. I saw Lo. Where's
Did you find any
Lo?
clues on the way down?
At that point, you're coming around the corner. You meet Claude, and you're walking into the doorway. Tommy at that stage is looking as innocent as can be at the table, and he's just eating away at a piece of bread. And the guard kind of looks at him. He's like, "I'm going to let you away with eating that bread. I understand it's early and etc. But no suspicion of anything else going on."
Yeah, Claude. There was a footprint on the windowsill outside the window. And I tried to follow it, and I went splat.
When you say you tried to follow it, was there an invisible path, or were you trying to jump to the roof?
There's only 2 places they could have gone, and which was up on the roof or down into the alley, and I think people would have noticed a person falling into the alley. I guess we could ask if anybody noticed that.
So
Notice
there was
because
no,
yeah, so people notice with you falling. You
People
have direct
noticed me.
experience that people notice. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guards would know about that.
so there was no sign of forced entry, and it seems the killer, we're saying quotation marks because we don't really know, went through the window to escape.
And fell
Does
to
anybody
the-
else work here? I mean, I'm sure he has
Oh.
employees, but
It's a good question.
Yeah, man, I haven't done any
Oh.
investigation to say what I was gonna say. So
Okay. Reynard generally kind of works alone. He gets some orders in from time, but you can tell that they're more sort of volume, high quality orders. Everyone's got to pay the bills. Every so often you take some easy sandwich orders and things like that there, but generally works alone. Maybe the odd apprentice, but no one that really stands out as reason. That at least that Rickard or the guard would know about. Because they know of Reynard and they know of his quality and they know why somebody would be working with him. But it's not like they're in the shop every day or,
did somebody go to check that cake?
Yeah, Rian's on her way to check the cake. Rian, you get to the cake. What do you want to do?
First, I'm gonna pick up the dragon
Yep,
decoration and see if
Mhm.
I can tell if it looks like a food ingredient or if it's something else.
Yeah, it's edible. It's edible.
Oh.
When you pick it up, you actually you accidentally smush it a little bit because it looks like it's solid, and you kind of picked it up and actually do a sleight of hand to see if you do smush it, because maybe you were gentle with it.
I am not gentle. It's a
Yeah, you
one.
just okay. The body of the dragon just got full on smushed, crunched in the middle.
threw it on the ground. Happy birthday
yeah.
to the ground.
What has also happened is that Rian didn't actually clean her hands from putting her fingers through the meat pie. So not only is the dragon smushed, but now the top of the cake is covered in meat juices and all of there. So you have definitely re-engineered this cake, not only from a aesthetic point of view, but from a flavor engineering.
Regan.
I've already gone this far. I'm not going to be delicate with the base of the cake and just start digging through it.
Yeah, okay. So your fingers start going through it, and there doesn't seem to be anything in it. What is catching your attention is it's a almost sickeningly sweet smell coming off it.
I will raise my hands to my nose to see if I can pinpoint if it's a familiar smell.
By the time your fingers get to your nose, your fingers are actually starting to burn. Just like really stinging, like your fingers were dipping there, like every part of your hand, like it's getting hot, it's getting sharp, like your hands, they are really starting to feel like they're almost on fire right now. So I'm gonna ask you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, 9.
Okay. The pain of these has basically just dropped you down onto your knees. You're in there. There's a lot of flour about the place. There's flour in and you are just right, like your hands. It's like someone has set your hands on fire, but there's no flames around you.
I'm just yelling incomprehensibly, and I'm starting to lose control of my magic, and you're gonna start seeing little lightning shocks come off my hands.
Yeah. Basically, who runs to the kitchen first?
Tommy will. I'm probably the closest. So I run.
As sorry, go ahead, finish your
I was
description.
gonna say I run to the doorway, but kind of like
Yeah.
do like a skid stop as I see like the lightning coming, and I have seen
yeah.
her with those hands before, and I get like
Yeah.
I'm confused at what's going on.
As you walk in there, the only other entity that's in there is Tobin, and he is barking like crazy at Rian, and Rian's on the floor, and she's writhing, and the light is just shooting out of the hands, and you can tell she's just almost inconsolable. She's almost having like the equivalent, almost like a seizure. As basically, not only the hands went on fire, you can see like different coloration going down veins of her arm as this light, and she's basically seizing up.
I yell for Claude. Claude's the first person I could think could fix it. So I just like Claude, she's freaking out. I don't know what's happened.
I hear the
I need an
screaming and
adult.
Yeah,
the screaming, and then Thomas yelling. I sprint in
I'm
and
gonna
see
try
her
to
on the
follow
ground.
as well.
What are her hands?
Rian, 5 points of damage at the moment.
Yep.
Well,
Okay, so she's holding up her hands. They're like dirty and stuff.
Yeah, she's like on her knees, and she's almost like seizing up. So she's basically kind of almost rolled onto her side, and they're just like crunched in, and they're just tense. And
Is there a water source in the room, bucket or sink or whatever?
yep, there's water buckets over to the side, past Rian.
Claude will run over and grab a bucket and then try to
Cool.
dump it on her hands.
I'm like semi-aware of this and trying to yell no because
No.
my hands are electrical.
No, you are not. You are
No?
basically no. You haven't said anything. In fact, first thing Claude has to do is jump past the lightning. So he's going to do a dexterity saving throw to basically jump and hopefully not get hit by the lightning.
Fuck it, let's go. 13. 15.
Yep. Okay. Good. That's fine. You do jump through it, whatever way it does, but you grab a bucket of water and you throw a bucket of water onto someone who's firing lightning out of their hands.
Specifically aiming for the hands because I assume that whatever's on there is causing her pain.
Yeah. Rian, you take another 6 points of damage because now you're covered in water, shooting with lightning with poison going through your veins.
That didn't help.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna try
Claude,
to make
Bo,
my way in.
Logon, Tell.
Oh. Sorry. Is anybody else going to do anything?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay. If
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take my bedroll, and I'm gonna try to like. I don't know what is she doing?
Claude's going to lay on hands.
Rian, 4 points of damage. Lay on hands, Claude, yeah.
It's not working.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
not
lay on
working.
hands, and I'm going to use 5 points. Regardless of the lightning, use 5 points to cure disease or neutralize poison affecting creature.
Boom.
Did you have to roll for that? Or does that just happen?
I think I just spend the points.
I think it just happens. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's enough to at least like the. So once this happens, what does it look like? So you're over Rain. There's lightning shooting about the place. How does your laying hands with this cure wounds look?
So Claude grabs both of her forearms, right, and
Yep.
channels his divine energy, and just like fights through the shock to channel it.
As you're doing that, basically the veins that were getting really dark were traveling down her arm, and you can just see for a moment they stop and start to retract up into the hands, at the fingers, and dissipate. And you can see that thankfully she stopped convulsing. The lightning has stopped shooting about the place, but she's very, very weak at the moment. Very, very weak, taking a lot of damage, but the main convulsing and tremors, etc., have stopped.
Collapses on the ground, or just like falls back onto his ass and tried to take it all in.
Are we good? And Tommy has like a half open flour bag. He was about to like dump flour on it just because he thought the wet didn't work, so maybe I had to dry her. And he's like, "Are we okay? Are we good?"
I had the same.
I'm
thought.
gonna mumble like, just don't touch the cake and fall over.
It's okay.
Pass
I'm good
out
with that.
from the pain.
Pass out. Yep. I'm good with that.
Glad
Can
Tommy
Logan
didn't eat it.
get downstairs and get back into the kitchen area with everyone?
Yes, you can. You basically heard all the shouting and Tommy shouting and everything going on, so you ran down into the kitchen as well. As you arrive, basically at the point when Claude is almost kind of collapsed out of exhaustion from himself.
I think lay on hands also, just in case your HP is relevant. I believe it restores 5 HP. It says
Yeah, that's
5
right.
HP
Sorry,
to
good,
cure disease.
good reminder.
Good. I'm back in the double digits.
And I would
Must be
also like
nice.
to cast Cure Wounds on Rian,
Okay,
if I can.
cool. And I'm going to ask everyone to keep track of their spell slots.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. As we go along. So, how many points to heal Logan for Rian?
6.
6 points. Okay,
And I'll use the
fantastic.
spell slot.
Cool. Okay. At that point, basically, you've that's kind of the natural point for today's one, whereas like Rayan is settled again. That threat has been taken care of. She's having to recover there, but it's still very, very early in the morning, so it's not like a long rest or a short rest or anything like that there. So keep track of your scores, keep track of your points, and basically we try to figure out exactly how we're going to get to the bottom of this mystery, possibly in our next session. So
It was a
Yeah.
lie.
The cake was a lie.
that is the
Great
line right
reference.
there.
Who would have thought 2 characters almost died in a bakery?
No enemies.
With no
No,
enemies
there was
is
already a
correct.
Not
murder
a
scene.
not a single round of combat.
We're our own worst enemy.
When you upload this on YouTube silent, the cake was a lie. That's your title right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.